Hello everyone and welcome back to another Division 2 video. Today we do again another update for FOB Arena. Koenig has once again asked me to do a little video as he thinks this is a bit more interesting and a bit more, hypes things up a little bit more than if he just posted the challenges. So again, as last time, we are going to do all the updates things, and this is going to serve as a little announcement for you. And as last time, once the video releases, the games can start. So this is the official start of the FOB Arena this time for real, as we're going to get the groups today. So today we're going to take a look at what you can see right here, the results of the promotions and qualifier matches. And then we are actually going to do really cool thing. So we can actually live here on, well, for you not live anymore, but kinda. We draw the names for the groups. So as you know, as I've told you in the first video, the groups that you saw there were just placeholders, but the actual groups are going to be determined now that the players are also know that are going to play into each divisions, and this is the moment of truth. So how are things going to go from here? I want to finish all of the introduction stuff first. How are things going to go from here? Well, again, as soon as the video goes live, FOB Arena starts, so you can start playing your matches. By then, Koenig will have provided the challenges as well. They will be pinned, again, in the SC2 Arena channel. From what I gathered, he will edit them into the post where he made where he put the previous challenges. So just look out for that post. I'm sure he will also ping everyone again to mention it to you. But in case you're wondering where you can find them, they will be there. So this is where you can check for all informations FOB Arena related. And if some things are clear, as always, you can always reach out to Koenig. Next thing. So how is it going to work? You have a group phase with 2 groups of 5 per division. And you play your games as you should. And the best 3 players will get to continue. So 2 players will drop, 3 will continue. The best player of each group will directly go to the semifinals, whereas at the second and third player of each group will have to play the quarterfinals against the other second and third player of the other group. I think that much should be clear. Yeah, pretty much straightforward, I think. So, without any further delay, let's now go to the promotion matches and results. So, promotion matches for Division 1. We had Curb versus Frablord, and we had WF versus Stahlbrecher. Curb and Stahlbrecher both won their games 2-1. We've seen, I think, both of them. One I love casting, the other one was casted regularly. And yeah, all player gave a good effort, but Curb and WF definitely deserved their spot in Division 1. So congratulations to them for securing it. So they will be playing in Division 1. For Curb, Frablord and WF will be playing in Division 2. Moving on to the promotion matches for Division 2. We had Moorbrook versus Jeff Jefferson and Roy versus Gascard, and both secured their spot 2-0. So very well played again, and congratulations to Moorbrook and Roy for making it to Division 2. Jeff Jefferson and Gascard will consequently be playing in Division 3. Moving on once again, we had Shimas versus Dede and Micha versus Pictor. I don't know how pronounce that correctly. But anyway, we had Dede and Pictor also winning 2-0. So I guess both players so far decide to mirror each other in all the promotion matches. So these will play in Division 3. Congratulations to those two. And Shimas and Micha will be playing in Division 4. So far everyone has had still a spot to be in. Might be a lower division, but it is still FOB Arena. However, this one decides who is even going to play in FOB Arena. So we had the qualifiers here with some people, of course, securing a spot and others, unfortunately, not. So first things first, the ones that actually secured themselves a spot were Mr. Nathan and Sturm. They won against Jeep Bonaparte and Witch Doctor respectively. So those secured a spot for Division 4, and I also congratulate those two. However, there's a third spot to be had, and this one is still unclear. However, since they are close to getting that determined, Koenig decided that it the tournament can start. He doesn't really want to delay the tournament for that. And they only lose 2 or 3 days probably. So this one is actually still open, but we have a way for keeping that spot open. So we have Witch Doctor and Jasper still playing, and G Bonaparte and Minsk still playing. And the 2 winners of these games will have to play each other, and the winner of that game will then be able to also participate in the league. So I wish all of these 4 contestants a good luck. Now, the ones that unfortunately didn't make it so far were Hop and Lerio. So a huge shout out to those for playing. Thank you for participating, and hopefully, you'll make it next season. And of course, the same goes for the 3 players from these 4 here who will not manage to get the spot. So I also thank all of those for participating despite not making it. I hope you had at least fun during the qualifications. And again, I wish you best of luck for next time. I'm sure some of you will get in. But this is now, of course, the big moment. So we're going to spin the wheel here. We have 10 names over here. And each time we spin, one of them gets drawn and subsequently removed. And the 5 players that were drawn will be in one group, and the 5 players that remain are going to be in another one. So the pressure is high because I can't do a second take of this, and I do my best. So one thing that I really wanted to say before starting and recording anything is that I will, if there is a time for it, depending on the schedule that Koenig has in mind, I will make sure that you at the end see also the challenge page, again, just as a little reminder. So after drawing each division, you will see it. However, if Koenig wants to start as soon as possible and I don't have time to end the video, you might not see it. But still, I'm going to make a quick comment about how things are looking depending on those brackets. So of course, also not going to be as easy for me if I can't see them visually before me. So, enough delay. Let's spin the wheel. And the first name for Group A is going to be Yapaza. So Yapaza is going to be in Group A. By the way, you already know if, if your group is really hard, and now you know who to blame. I think that's probably why Koenig let me do the job. So let's go from there. We have Yapaza in Group A. And it's going to be next Luna. We have Luna and Yapaza in Group A. Who else is it going to be? Spin again. Yapaza, Luna, and Lizek. All right. Yapaza, Luna, and Lizek. That leaves 2 more to go. And we also have Mimil. That's gonna be a juicy one. So far, Yapaza, Luna, Lizek, Mimil, and last but not least, it's gonna be Farid. Ooh, that's gonna be juicy. I mean, Yapaza, very good. Luna, very good. Lizek, good, but a little bit out of shape. Mimil, we know him. And how could I just forget the last one? Farid, incredibly dangerous too. I think that's actually 2 relatively equal out brackets, I would say. We have Stan, Gonzo, and Koenig, 3 also formidable players here in this one. That's not to say that these 2 are bad. I mean, they managed to get the promotion matches done, and I think that should speak for itself. But I feel like these 3 are still a league ahead of them. So I think we have a nice distribution there. No offense, by the way, WF and Curb. I think we do have a nice distribution here between, if you compare it to the last actual league season, or this is the new actual league now, we have a nice mix of Div 2 players then and Div 2/3 in case of Curb. It deserves to be 2 anyway. Players then and Division 1 players then. So I think that is actually a nice fair distribution there. So that's going to be 2 very juicy groups. I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not going to do predictions on who makes it or not. But instead, I think we're just going to go on to Division 2. Continuing on with Division 2. So this is the one where I'm in. So I'm actually even more curious now. So let's see. Group A. Who's going to be in that group? It's going to be Herr Robert. Sorry for being a little bit slower. I decided to take notes this time so that I don't forget any name afterwards. So we're going to remove Herr Robert and going to see who's going to be next. By the way, someone, I think Espresso, already made the comment that it's now with Murbrook, Herr Robert, and Espresso. I maybe forgot someone. It's now all the Swedes being in one bracket. Frablord is also going to be there. This is already going to be a very juicy bracket just because of these two names. I can tell you that much. The only thing that's missing is Stahlbrecher being in there too. Let's see if that's actually going to happen. No, but Roy making it to Group A as well. So that doesn't leave that many names left. Let's see. Let's see. We have... No. It's actually Stahlbrecher. So I do have to say... This, I feel like Group A so far is the juiciest one. Because Frablord, Herr Robert, and Stahlbrecher would definitely be, in my opinion, the three strongest player in this division. So whoever's going to be the last one is going to be absolutely screwed, and it's going to be Murbrook. Have fun, Murbrook. Although he beat, he tied with Robert recently, so he made some very good progress. But yeah, so this is where all the people that are in that bracket will have to fight really hard, unfortunately. I mean, or fortunately, it should be a competition. However, I would argue that this bracket here is way easier. So we have a Bori, Attack Bauer, Hypoca, myself, and Espresso in bracket number, in group number 2, so group B. That's also going to be very interesting. And I do have to say right now, Attack Power, if you're watching this, in case you're watching this, if we play, well, we have to play against each other. When we play against each other, we do have to cast that together, okay? Because that's going to be great fun, actually. So I hope we can do that. So reach out to me if you watch this. Otherwise, I will reach out to you anyway. So, but yeah, it's... I feel like this division 1 was super balanced. Like we had out of the 6 Division 1 players from last league season, we had 3 in Group A and 3 in Group B. And we had some of the top Division 2 players distributed, stand in one group, you pass in the other one, and so on. Now, Division 2 is not as fair, right? As I said, we had the 3 best players from that division in one group. And... I mean, Hypoca, Espresso, Attack Boy, now, we're not bad, right? But I feel like these 3 are definitely a bit better than the rest of us. So there's that. That's gonna be very juicy. So I'm very curious to see what games we get in that Group A. Moving on now to Division 3. Sorry, we have some more interesting names, and let's just see. Let's start with Jeff Jefferson. Also formidable player, by the way. So he's going to be in Group 8. Let's see who's joining him. And it's going to be Osmo. Congratulations to me. Well, it's not really congratulations. I didn't really have much of a choice. He also haven't worked for it. No, he got assigned. But still, in Group A, we have Jeff and Osmo. Next, it's going to be joining him YK Memorial. That's also going to be a very juicy one. Next up, who else is going to be here? We have Blitz. It looks even juicier. Starts to look very juicy, actually. So the last person is going to be Atla, the host of that Discord. This is happening, FOB HQ. And in Group B, we will have Spectacular, Guscott, Pictor, Fat Pizzle, and Dede. Now, one specific mention here I think is important. We have Fat Pizzle here, which is a name that might sound not familiar to anyone, but this is actually Chimster Hacks, so he would definitely deserve to be in Division 2, but he's apparently super out of shape, according to himself, so Koenig put him in Division 3. Actually, he had to play qualifiers. because he was originally assigned to Division 4, because König didn't recognize his name, and neither did I, in his defense. But yeah, this is actually Chimshax, a well-known name, so have fun, you guys. It's going to be a tough one for you. In the other group, again, repeating, we have Jeff Jefferson, Asimo, Waika, Memori, Blitz, and Atla. So it's also going to be a really juicy one. I can't really speak for Asimo or Atla, but Blitz, YK, and Jeff Jefferson, I've played against all three of them already, and they definitely have what it takes. So that's also going to be a spicy one. And that leaves the last one. And let's see what kind of spice we can get in Division 4. So, in Division 4, Group A, we have Jaeger. I don't think we have seen him on the channel yet or on any other channel. I don't think there has been a game casted with him yet on Attack Powers channel either. But I've actually recorded one as a backup with him versus Drago Tango, and he looks promising as well. So, someone to be aware of. For that, depending on whoever joins it. So the winner of the last qualifiers will be joining him in Group A. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. Moving on, we also have in the same group Taki. So Taki was the unfortunate person who had, I actually forgot to bring that up because there was no challenge for it. But he had to play against James Hacks as a little spontaneously introduced promotion game, and he lost. But Taki's, for me personally, probably one of the best players in that bracket. So I wouldn't be surprised. If he did very well here. So Jaeger and Taki, it's going to be very juicy as well. Joining is going to be Panzerlolly. I think we haven't seen a game of him yet, but should probably not take too long till that's going to be the case too. And last but not least, we have Dalweb. I think, if I recall correctly, because Discord names and in-game names are always a different thing, I think he might have been the guy who played the tie with Gascot that was featured on the channel at some point. I might be wrong, though. No guarantee, but I think he is that person, so really nice as well. And that leaves Romy, Shivas, Micha, Mr. Nathan, and Storm for Group B. So it's also going to be a juicy one. Unfortunately, I don't really know any of these super well. Shimas, I think we have seen in two videos by now. But the other ones, not yet. So I'm curious to see more of those guys. Same goes, by the way, for a lot of Group A players. Like a lot of them we haven't actually seen featured in any video yet. And I will do my best to correct that. And I'm sure Attack Bar will do his best as well. The other person here I know is Sturm. He's the plane opener guy. But other than that, I think Misha had a game casted at some point on some channel, not mine though. So anyway, curious to see what awaits us here. So this division for me is definitely the most like the biggest wild card, because just personally, I don't know about a lot of these players and their relative strength. So I'm actually very, very curious to see how Division 4 is gonna come out. But even for the other divisions, I do not dare make any predictions, actually, because it's stacked and it is very unsecure. Like, there's a lot of players here which could definitely take it, but you know, if there's a lot of those, then who's going to be the real winner? You just don't know. So I'm really excited for this. And yeah, this is going to be the end of this. So as I said, with the release of this video, FOB Arena starts. You do know your groups now and your divisions. So you're free to start your games and enjoy. Good luck to everyone. I'm really excited for this. It's so cool having all you guys competing. And I hope that we're going to see a lot of great games for you, from you. And most of all, I wish everyone good luck and more importantly, a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching, and see you on the battlefield, at least some of you.